Jerry Jones goes public in an interview this week in Dallas. He and Daniel Snyder, the Washington Commanders - Redskins, they used to be like this. They were blood brothers. And now that relationship seems to have really been fractured. And, Snyder was under investigation for hiring attorneys to, quote, dig up dirt on other NFL owners. And the insinuation, you're not going to oust me because I got all this dirt on you. And all that got back to Jerry Jones. And Jones, who once upon a time was a real backer of a lot of the things Daniel Snyder tried to do, has just kind of walked away from him. And, he has indicated that there's not much to beloved Daniel Snyder, and then he makes the comment, I wouldn't fall on that sword ever.
Jeez.
For that guy. So, that's the end of that relationship. I keep waiting for the league investigation to go public. What do you know? What you find out about Daniel Snyder and the toxic workplace culture? I keep waiting for the franchise to be sold. That has not happened yet. They're waiting to try to come up with financing for a brand new stadium in the district. Nobody will do business with that guy, Daniel Snyder, and he's still the owner. But he doesn't have an advocate any longer in Jerry Jones.
Wow. And these two guys are in the same division as well.
Yes.
So they got to face each other twice a year. So we go back to the Washington situation. I remember way back in the day, they played in RFK Stadium,
yes,
right?
Way back in the day.
So when did they get their new stadium?
I would say probably 20 years ago.
Okay.
And it was state of the art. It was a monster stadium. I mean, it seated like 90,000. And the Washington Redskins at that point were the biggest drawing team in the league, and they had a waiting list from here out to the street of guys who wanted to buy season ticket holders. And Daniel Snyder, hands-on owner, screwed that thing up so badly in terms of general managers, coaches he demanded they hire, quarterbacks he demanded they draft. And at the end of the day, he ran through people. He ran Joe Gibbs out of there, and then he ran through people. He didn't like Marty Schottenheimer. They hired what a miserable mistake Steve Spurrier was. Mm-hmm. I mean, just on and on and on with all the mistakes. And he kept mandating, go get this quarterback. I want you to draft that guy. RG3, Robert Griffin III, Dwayne Haskins. What a disaster. And yet he still owns the franchise. But now, lowest attendance in the league. They don't sell out. All the potential season ticket holders that went from here out to the parking lot, they're gone. And now they can't get the district, Maryland, or Virginia to negotiate to help them finance a new stadium because of that guy, the owner. And he still owns the franchise. Go figure that one out.
Yeah, I mean, this is the nation's capital. I mean, it's one thing to have bad general management and, RG3 and Steve Spurrier, but it's a whole other thing when you've got workplace issues, racial issues in terms of how you conduct your business that is, is beyond the pale. And when you have this in our nation's capital, it just reflects poorly on the league and on the country.
Look across the street. You told me we weren't going to talk politics on the show. Look across the what's going on in the nation's capital, the Capitol, Pennsylvania Avenue, and Congress, and all those guys on either side of the aisle. We're not talking politics.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.